My brothers and sisters, may the Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus went to the district of Tyre. He entered a house and wanted no one to know about it, but he could not escape notice. Soon a woman whose daughter had an unclean spirit heard about him. She came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syro-Phoenician by birth, and she begged him to drive the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." She replied and said to him, "Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's scraps." Then he said to her, "For saying this you may go. The demon has gone out of your daughter." When the woman went home, she found the child lying in bed and the demon gone. The Gospel of the Lord. The readings today focus on the justice of God that is always colored by his mercy. And we've been listening to the story of Solomon from the first book of Kings in the course of our first readings for a couple of weeks. And we find here close to the time of Solomon's death, he ends up changing his ways. He turns away from the Lord and begins worshiping some of the pagan gods and allows his household to do the same. And we're told that God, out of a sense of mercy, a couple times warns him and says, "You've got to change. You have to go back to the way you're supposed to be. Follow the plan and the covenant that your father David had with me." And Solomon doesn't do that. And so God then says he's going to, out of justice, take away all that he had. But out of mercy, for the sake of his father David, one tribe would remain in the city of Jerusalem. And so there was a balancing, if you will, of a justifiable reason for God to take away the gifts that he had given so graciously, and at the same time to allow Solomon the opportunity to still be part of that whole plan of salvation. Then we listen to the story in Mark's account of the Greek woman, the Syro-Phoenician, who seeks healing from Jesus. Jesus here again, initially sort of speaks out of the culture of the time. It was very common for the Jews at the time to speak of non-Jews as dogs. And so Jesus picks up the vocabulary and says, you don't give to the dogs what belongs to the children. And the children, of course, are the children of Israel. And the woman very cleverly suggests back, but even the dogs get the scraps at the feet of the children. And so Jesus, not now out of a sense of justice, but out of a sense of sheer mercy, says, your daughter will be healed. God does the same with us. There are moments where he tries to put us back on the right path, and sometimes we listen, oftentimes we don't. Sometimes out of justice, he has to punish us for those realities. Yet the bottom line is there's always an underlying mercy that God shows of the opportunity over and over again for us to be converted, to be healed, and to be whole.